everybody. Welcome back to the Elyse DeLucci Show, episode 67. How you doing? Fact of the day. Ice cream was once called cream ice. Cream ice. It was back in, I think, the 1600s. That would be like dog hots and burger hams or slaw coals. Cream ice. I think it has a little bit of a ring to it. Isn't Ralph's Ices, don't they have cream ice? Don't they have, or is it creamed ice? I don't even know. I wonder what made it do the old switcheroo. Who one day woke up and said, you know what, cream ice isn't working for us. We're going to go with ice cream. Anyway. Today's such a shit show. I can't even begin to tell you. First of all, my kids' school's closed. You know, they go to New York City public schools. Just got a note in the mail, the email, a couple weeks ago. School's going to be closed on June 8th. Why? Why? According to the national holiday calendar, there's no holiday today except World's Ocean Day and National Best Friend Day. Any reason why we're closing for Best Friend Day? I mean, really? As if the parents aren't having a hard enough time? I had a new girl start on my team, in my department, right? A new girl starting, and, you know, she's a very sweet girl. She's a doll, and it's her first job, though. And, you know, it's like, that's not easy, and she's reporting into me, and it's just so difficult because usually the people that are on my team have been working for years. This girl's fresh out of school, and you know, I'm explaining to her simple things. What is Excel? What's a VPN? And she's gonna be great. I know it, but oh my God, it's like training somebody brand new is like it's a job within a job, and it is thankless. Let me tell you. Do you know how many times I've done that? Throughout the years? Oh, it's exhausting. On top of this nightmare, week that I'm having, the 1,000 degrees out, school's closed for National Best Friend Day, new person at work. I'm cleaning up after dinner. I spill a whole entire tub of Clorox cleanup spray all over the kitchen floor. And by the way, if you know how to clean porcelain floors, I'd love for you to email me and tell me or message me. I have in my kitchen, I have black and white checkerboard porcelain tile floors. Of course I do. That's just my signature. And they're beautiful floors, and they are hard to clean for some reason. I use the Rubbermaid Reveal mop. I fill the mop up with white vinegar and warm water, and, you know, that's how I clean it. That when I bought the tiles, this place in Staten Island, Family Tile, my girlfriend Priscilla gave me the name of the place. She said, they said the clean porcelain tiles with white vinegar and hot water. I'm done cleaning my floor. The whole place stinks like a salad. I mean, it's really something. But today, I'm using the Clorox cleanup spray on my kitchen table because, you know, the kids eat like it last of the Mohicans. Like, they've never seen food before. And I knock it down. It goes all over. The bottle spills open, all over the place. And, you know, so I'm just using copious amounts of paper towels. I'm mopping up Clorox cleanup spray. My new Amazon leggings, colorful koala. Good. They're good, by the way. $20. Can't go wrong. $24.99. Can't go wrong. Just like Lululemon. My new Amazon leggings, soaked in bleach. My hands, I just smell them right now, permeating in bleach. My nail polish starts coming up. It was literally a horror show. And my porcelain tile floor, you know, all I could do is wipe it up with so many paper towels. Now my porcelain floor, it's cloudy, so every time I walk, I have a footprint. You know, when I walk on the black tile, I get a footprint, which I'm not really anal like that at all, but it actually is bothering me because the floor looks horrible. It looks murky and weird. Now there's little footprints, my footprint, it just, Anyway, so yeah, that's that. And it's 1,000 degrees out here in New York, so got all the air conditioning on blast. I don't know where you are, if you're in New York too, but oh my God, who could even go out? Who could even go out in this weather? Unless you're by the water, right? So you're going to die. The other day, I go to Kiehl's. You know the store Kiehl's? They have this face cream. I've talked about it before. I love it. It's a ultra moisturizing, ultra something cream. It's the only cream with ultra in the title. It comes in a little white tub. And I like it. I have such sensitive skin. I have oily skin. But this cream it's a lightweight face cream. It works great. And I use, I use other things in the winter, but in the hot months, I like to use this. So I go to Kiehl's and, and I buy the cream. And then I was also buying another lotion that they have that I like called Creme de Corpse. That lotion, it's a body lotion, or hand lotion, and it's really nice, really nice. And I don't usually spend a lot of money on this stuff, but these two things are items I like to keep in my bathroom. So anyway, I go and pay, right? And the guy, he takes my money, whatever. He gives me the merch, and he says, "Do you need a bag?" And I was like, "No, I'm okay." And then I look down, I realize I have my small pocketbook with me. So he said, "Yeah, you know what? Actually, I will take a bath. Now, a bag. I'll take a bath. Yeah, I'll take a bath." Lukewarm on the water. So he said, "I'll take a bag." And I'm thinking that he's going to give me the bags that they usually give, which are a brown paper bag, with the handle. You know what he tells me? "We stopped making the brown paper bags, ma'am." I was like, "That's miss to you." And all we have is our green bags, the tote bags. So I said, "Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take one of those." Thinking it's going to be free. And then he goes, "Well, that'll be $1." I said, $1? $1 for a bag? I said, and now, if you're in New York City, you know that they're charging these ridiculous prices, 5 cents a bag. I'm walking out of the supermarket with eggs, cream cheese, and Smucker's jelly in my hands because I'm not at a principle, because I'm not paying 5 cents a bag. But anyway. I didn't know that I was going to go into Kiehl's and spend $55 or whatever I spent, $65, and they weren't even going to have the decency to give me a bag. And, here's the thing. It's really not, so of course, when I saw my boyfriend later that night, I had to break the whole thing down for him. And I said, it's really not about not having a bag. It's really not charging for the bag because, look, New York made the law, no plastic bags, fine. You want to be dicks and you want to discontinue your paper bags, fine. I don't like it, but fine. You want to wrangle people into buying your brand name on a shitty cotton sheath of a bag. You want to make us buy that, fine. But you make it $1? I mean, that's just taking advantage. I told my boyfriend, it is about the dollar. It isn't about the bag. It's about the dollar. Like, that's just not right. And you know the markup on these products. They make a nice, handsome, they make nice, handsome profits on these products. You know that they mark up the products. You know that they get the packaging for nothing. And you don't even want to pass on a bag for 5 cents. 20 cents, a whole dollar. I just think that's nerve. So I said to the guy, I said, "I don't want to buy a bag for $1. And he says, "Well, ma'am, if you buy the Kiehl's bag for $1, every time you bring the bag back when you shop, we'll give you a point." And I said, "Oh, okay." And, I'm like, "Well, what do you get with the points?" After you get a certain amount of points, you get some free product, travel size. Let me tell you something, guy, okay? What are the odds of me going to be walking all around this city and just say I want to stop in your store. I'm going to just so happen have my shitty little Kiehl's bag, 5x5 size bag, cotton sheet that's probably going to rip the second I walk out the door. You think I'm going to have that on me? Get out of here. It was ridiculous. You know what? Forget it. I bought the bag. But that's because I had no options. I was going to a fancy party. I had a pocketbook on. I have a small pocketbook, got heels on. I didn't want to get shit all over my clothes just because by default, anytime I carry something, I'm just a disaster. Everything goes all over the place. I'm thinking the black ink on the tub to the lotion is probably going to drip outside in the hot sun. It's going to stain my white top of the dress. So I walked out with a $1 bag and 2 products like a sucker. And I was just so annoyed. I'm just so annoyed with this whole thing. It's not that I can't afford the $1 bag. I just think it's obnoxious. You are better off to raise your products' prices, in my opinion, by a quarter. Put every product higher, a quarter higher, 50 cents higher. Give the bags for free. Or how about, I don't know, why don't you tell your greedy CEO to just give away the paper bags? That's an idea. You were doing that before. And isn't that funny? Kiehl's never gave plastic bags. This is a classic case of brands that take advantage. Kiehl's never, ever supplied their customers with plastic bags. And if they did, I don't remember. But as long as I've been shopping there, they always gave you a brown little paper bag with the handles. Now, New York makes the law, no plastic bags. Why are you doing away with the free brown ones? You know why? Because you're scheming. You're scheming and you're scamming and nobody appreciates it. But, are the young people, are they really going to say, I'm not going to pay $1 for the bag. I felt like a grandmother what the stink I made, but so what? I was listening to Mario Cantone the other day on a podcast. I just love him. Do you like Mario Cantone? Oh, man, I love him. He's going to be on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, or he was on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune. I think I missed it. I got to try to find the episode. And by the way, he mentioned on his podcast he dyes his hair, And all these celebrities, all these celebrity men, they all dye their hair. Why is it okay for the celebrity man to dye their hair, but it's not okay for the average man to dye their hair? Isn't that fun? I have a friend of a friend. He dyed his hair. He was gray, and he dyed his hair jet black. I didn't even know what to say when I saw him. He looked horrific. I mean, it was so obvious. He has the white brows. Everybody sees him with this white hair for years, 20 years, 25 years, white hair. Then he shows up one day with the jet black hair, and it was like the black-blue tint, He looked like an over-dyed version of Morticia Addams. It was so not becoming. And, here's the thing. I don't know why, though. If he wants to dye his hair, fine. But, and I mean, really, if you want to dye your hair, you should just probably get it professionally done, or maybe not just buy the box of blue-black Feria L'Oreal hair dye from Walmart and give it the old stabberoo. But we do have this stigma on men, regular men, just dyeing their hair. But the celebs do it. We do it. Us girls do it. What's the big deal with the guys? And I'm not talking about if you want to go dye your hair blue or get, your frosted tips. Not like who's doing that. Maybe Paulie D is still doing frosted tips. But if you're just the regular Joe Schmo working in the bowling alley and you want to give your old hair the box dye, everybody's laughing. At least that's my take on it, okay? The Mario Cantone, he dyes his hair, and you know what he said on this podcast? He said that when the Carlyle reopens, and I love the Carlyle Hotel on Madison Avenue. If you've never been to the Carlyle Hotel, specifically Bemelman's, which is a beautiful bar in the Carlyle, it's Bemelman's is when you walk in the Carlyle Hotel. I think it's on like Madison and 75th. You walk in the Carlyle Hotel, right to the left is Bemelman's, right? And it's a beautiful jazz piano bar, cabaret bar, and there's a beautiful piano, and there's jazz music, and everybody's like jazz liquor, and tons of loot. Like everybody's just fabulous in there. I love Bemelman's. And the wallpaper, or maybe it's frescoes, I don't know, on the wallpaper. It's done, it's all illustrated by Bemelman, who illustrated the book Madeline. And it's a wonderful New York haunt if you haven't been, and you have to go. But on the other side of the lobby, when you walk in the Carlyle, on the right side, is Cafe Carlyle, which is a real club, jazz club, cabaret club, and every Monday night Woody Allen's band used to play there, and lots of people sing or whatever. I saw Jane Lynch from Glee. She was doing a number there, a small show with one of her past colleagues. I think actually it was one of her colleagues, one of the co-stars in Glee. But anyway, I've been there tons of times. I love it. And by the way, I studied with Jane Lynch for commercial voiceover. Nobody's booking me for commercial voiceover unless I'm selling jars of ragu. Let me just put that out there for you. But that's why I was there seeing Jane Lynch. I was there for her because she was coaching me in commercial VO. Anywho, Mario Cantone said when the Carlyle opens back up, he is going to perform there and do cabaret, and we should all go. And let me tell you, comics do not perform at the Carlyle. They don't have comedy there. It's just music, and it's real, Michael Feinstein, the American Standards, Gershwin. I love all of that music. I absolutely love it. I used to go to Feinstein's on the Regency a lot, and then they closed from the Regency Hotel. Now he's on Feinstein's 54 Below in Midtown, which, by the way, is the old location of Studio 50. Well, is the former location, I should say, of Studio 54. But Feinstein's not open right now, and Cafe Carlyle's not open right now. But when it is open, Cantone's going to be there, and I am too, because I can't wait, and I just love that. And the Carlyle, let me say, has such a cachet. And like I said, no one from the stand-up comedy world does that room. No, we do not play that room. I most certainly would never. I don't play that room. And Mario can't tell. I mean, he describes the Carlyle as Bobby's townhouse. I mean, what's not to love about him? There's actually a good movie about the Carlyle. It's on. I think it's on Netflix or Amazon. I think it's called Inside the Carlyle. Another good movie, by the way, is that talks about the Carlyle. You could really my favorite is Elaine Stritch has a movie, a documentary. I think it's called Just Shoot Me, but it's a few years old. When she was still alive, and she used to live in the Carlyle, and it's a really great New York movie. Selfishly, I only like to tout and watch New York movies. Of course. Why would I like to do anything else? Anywho, so yeah, Cantone at the Carlyle. Sign us up. Sign us up. On a more average note, I was at Costco. You know what's such a good item at Costco? I don't know if you buy this, but it's so good. Costco sells, Kirkland brand. I love the brand. They sell a big bag, 2-pound bag of frozen shrimp, peeled and deveined, $15 or $15.99. I think this is like the buy of the century from Costco. I mean, I've talked about Costco before. Their pesto is good. They have lots of good things. They make these chocolate-covered, Kirkland brand, they make this big tub of chocolate-covered almonds and chocolate-covered raisins. I mean, then they have, they blow Raisinets out of this water. But the Kirkland shrimp, I got to be honest with you, it's delicious. And for $15, I was in Whole Foods, okay, and there was a 2-pound bag of shrimp, and it was like $29.99. It's all like probably like wild, shrimp living in the lap of luxury. The shrimp, like, I don't know, sleeping on, fancy shrimp beds. But, this is probably farmed, but they're big. They're not small. They're not small shrimp. They're nice sized shrimp. And I've been buying it. And, one of my girlfriends, I was talking about this, and she said, what are you doing with all the shrimp in the fridge? I said, to be honest, I make a lot of shrimp for salads in the week. I told her, all I do is I defrost like a cup or even 2 cups of shrimp. I defrost it. I put a little tiny olive oil in a saute pan. I put the shrimp in there, not even garlic. I mean, because I'm so lazy, not even garlic, not even onion. I'm too exhausted. I would put like Old Bay seasoning on the shrimp. That's it. I flip them. I cook them for, I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes tops, and they're done. I put them in a Tupperware, I put them in the fridge, and then I have shrimp for my salads, for work, and, whatever. And so it's so easy. So easy. And please, I mean, $15, that's how much I would spend for a shrimp salad. That's probably less than I would spend for a shrimp salad in a restaurant. But yeah, really, really delightful. Absolutely delightful. There was another thing at Costco that I wanted to tell you about that I totally forgot. I can't remember. I did buy a Puma jumpsuit at Costco, like a tracksuit at Costco. That was months ago, though. But, yeah, Costco is really, they're good. They're so good. I was reading over the weekend. It was a funny kind of question. Somebody said, what is the greatest luxury you spend your money on each month? What's your greatest luxury you spend your money on each month? Only one item. And someone's answer, I loved their answer. They said, he said, I spend $500 in prescription medicine that's not covered by my insurance. And I thought that was such a good answer. I thought about, what do I spend every month that, consistently, that's a luxury. I mean, personally, I have to say anything I buy on Amazon is just, probably my luxury. Whatever I buy on Amazon. I mean, I do buy groceries there, so it's, excluding groceries. But, just like those 4 a.m. scroll sessions on Amazon, and I'm just throwing things in my cart. Shit comes to my door 2 days later. I don't even know what it is. I don't even remember that I bought it. I actually bought a wall calendar, a 2021 wall calendar from Amazon last week. Because, I don't know, I was in the middle of the night going crazy, having anxiety. I don't have a wall calendar for my kitchen because the pandemic made everything so crazy everywhere. And I bought this wall calendar, full price, It's June. Why am I buying a full price wall calendar in June? But I did. But outside of pandemic time, I would say my greatest luxury that I spend money on, and this is so terrible, is taxis. The taxi and limousine commission, they have my extra money. In fact, if I even had half of that money that I spent my entire life, my entire adult life, if I had that money invested, oh God, forget it. I'd own my apartment by now. I would absolutely outright own it, no mortgage, nothing. Because there's something about taxis that I just find so delectable. Like, besides the fact that, like, if you're wearing listen, the reality situation, if you live in New York and you go outside your house, you want to wear cute shoes, wedges, heels, whatever, stilettos, the Manolos, whatever, you can't, where are you going in those shoes? What are you going to do? You're going to walk to the subway, heave-ho, 4 avenues to the 4 avenues, a few blocks over to this good old subway, walk down the stairs, have people hollering at you all the whole way, thinking that you're for sale. Get the hell out of here. You take a cab. That's what you do. You take a cab. But the cabs, they add up, especially with the surcharges they've been putting on the cabs. All of a sudden, you get in a cab. It's like it's already charged you $4.75. I have to say, why'd you charge me $4.75 congestion fee? I just stepped in. You didn't even go to the end of my block yet. I'm already $5 in the home. It's a congestion fee. For what? Where is the congestion? You picked me up from my doorman right outside my building. You took me to the end of the block. Not a car in sight. Not an ounce of traffic. These people... They're swindlers, I'm telling you, they're swindlers. But that's where I spend my extra money on. That is 100% what I'm doing. I'm curious to know what you're doing. Last week, I talked about the article that was in the New York Times, which I just loved, and it showed what America, in the New York Times Magazine, what America spends their money on. It took like 5 or 10, whatever families. It showed their monthly bills. And this weekend, when I was reading the newspaper again, I read the editor's notes of people that commented on the article from the week prior. I never read this. I never read this section. I don't even know if I've ever read it once. But I was having my Italian breakfast of Italian bread and butter, as I usually do, and I'm sitting there and I'm reading the paper. I'm reading this editor's notes, and somebody wrote the best thing. I just loved it. This lady wrote in, and she said, thank you to the New York Times. Thank you for publishing, this article on and exposing everybody's finances. She thanked all of the families for allowing us to look at what they're spending their money on each month. And she said she appreciated the reality check. Within the article. She appreciated seeing what everybody really spends their money on. And she said, I admire all the families. Can this be a regular series? And another woman wrote in, and she said, and I thought this was so interesting. She said, our national pastime seems to be judging people's personal choices. Our national pastime judges people's personal choices, judges people's expenditures, what they're doing with their money. And this woman, she said in her writing, that there's too much idealizing unrealistic things within personal finance. And this is a reality check that we all need, this being the article. And, it made me think, it really got me thinking, because if you think about, if you have a family, you live on a budget, you know what you're spending every month and whatever. But think about people that don't have families, like young people. Think about yourself. Or if you're listening, you're 22, 23, 24 years old, no family, just yourself. If you're just a free agent and all you got to do is spend your money on maybe your rent or your booze that you're drinking or your food, whatever it is, or your taxis, you probably, I'm going to probably guess that you view this 23, you at 23, or if you are a 23-year-old listener, using that as just a general age, you might be following your favorite celebs on social media. You might be seeing what they're wearing, what they're driving, what they're doing, where they're going, and you you idealize that. You want to spend your money on that too. If you have this bag, it's a luxury, it's luxury marketing 101. If you have this bag, you too will be living this glamorous life. If you do smoke these cigarettes, you too will feel happy and carefree. Okay, that's an 80s reference, and that doesn't even exist anymore, but you get what I'm saying. And there is, and this woman, she made just such a great point. There is so much unrealistic idealizing of things that we don't even need, that aren't even important in life. And when you read this article, if you did get a chance to read it in the New York Times Magazine last week, when you read it, you just see how real the average American's financial situation is, what they're spending their money on, what they're doing to make ends meet. Are they even having extra money to save every month? Sometimes I don't have extra money to save every month. It is not easy. I think that the New York Times should make this a regular series. I think that if we were even to have some people that could use their social platform or their celebrity platform to, talk even more about personal finance, particularly with young people, I think that would be really great for society. Not being preachy, I'm just saying. At 24, 23 years old, nobody was telling me what I should be doing with my money. Nobody was telling me that, you looking at, going to the Winter Music Conference in Miami and buying the latest, clothes from G&G or whatever the hell I was shopping. 579. You shouldn't be doing that, Elyse. Who gives a shit about Contempo casuals and, Blossom? Okay, that's so ridiculous. I'm too young to have been 23, wanted to dress like Blossom, but that's okay. Anyway, I agree. I think we should make that kind of article every day. Every week. I would like to see what people are spending their money on. It makes me curious. It gives me a reality check, and it also would probably make me grateful for what I have. Even more grateful, I should say, for what I have, right? But anyway, anywho, I do have some news. So I have a friend, a very funny comic friend, Rich Aronovich. He's a Jewish guy. He's a really hilarious stand-up comedian. He's been doing stand-up for about, 15, 17 years. He's great. Brings down the house. He's on the road a lot with Jessica Kirson. He does a lot of stuff with Jessica Kirson, and if you don't know who she is also hilarious, a hilarious Jewish comic with a nice following. And Rich and I, we are going to get together, and we are going to put on a show. We are going to do one night only, just as a litmus test to see how it goes. How do we sell tickets, or all that kind of stuff. I'm thinking, I haven't decided where it's going to be. It's either going to probably be at Governor's in Long Island, or it will be maybe at Gotham Comedy Club in Manhattan. I don't know yet of the exact location, but, it'll be something called, Elyse DeLucci and Friends or something like this, and it's going to be, it'll be my show. It'll be my show. Just Elyse, and with Rich. And Rich is just so awesome, and he's so funny. So I'll keep you posted on that. We're thinking right now of doing it in September. I went out, I think as you guys know, I've been out with Mike Marino. We've been having an amazing time, an absolutely amazing time, and so many people came out to see us and see me that know me, whether from stand-up comedy or from social media or on this medium, podcast listeners. And obviously, thank you. I appreciate you guys coming out. But a lot of people said, when are you going to be doing your own show? When can I see the Elyse DeLucci show? And I was just like, I don't know. Soon? But, stage time is always so hard to get, and booking the room and all the logistics. But I was at Gotham this past weekend hanging out with Rich, and I just said, you know what? Let's do it. We're going to have a great time. We'll do one night only. We'll see how the turnout is, and if it really is something wonderful, we'll start taking it to other cities. So I'll keep you posted on that. It's going to be in September, most likely in September. I would do it in the summer, to be honest, but the summer is, so many people are away, especially this summer. Holidays tends to be, I guess, a little tough with everybody doing their holiday shopping, and again, who's out of town and whatnot. So we're probably going to do it for September. Product of the week. Oh my God, I can't even believe I haven't spoken to you about this product. This is one of my favorites. This product, I'm going to be butchering the name. It's called, I think it's called Felice or Felci. I honestly have no idea. Azura. This is how you spell it. Felce space Azzurri. It's an Italian product. It is talc powder with a puff. I know, this is ridiculous. I have been using this product for 10 years. Let me tell you, I buy this product at La Bella Supermarket, and I use it every day after the shower. However you pronounce it, Felci, Azura, it's not Felice, it's probably Felci or something. I don't know. I have no idea. And what does that even mean? The blue happy blue? I don't know. Anyway, it's a little blue container, a little blue canister, plastic, and it's just talc powder, and it has a pink little puff on it. Some of them have white puffs. And by the way, if you're a guy listening to this, you don't have to get the one with the puff, okay? There's ones without the puff. It's just like a powder that you shake. I buy this powder for $5 at the supermarket. You could buy it on Amazon for $13. I love this powder. It smells fresh. It's light. It has a plastic top. It's adorable. It's very 1950s. Your little body powder with the big pink poof. I just love it. And for $5, you can't go wrong. I'm not kidding you. When I get out of the shower, I use this powder. I use it on my chest, on my back, on my arms. I love it. My kids use it. I use it on my kids. It's a nice smelling powder. It's like baby powder, but not, having the smell of obviously an infant. It's great. It doesn't go everywhere. It comes off so easily. Totally recommend. You can only find it though in the Italian stores, like the Italian supermarkets, but you can find it on Amazon. I bought one for my mother, for my sisters. My mother has it in her bathroom. She uses it all the time. Honestly, it's a great product. Now that's my product that I want to talk about. But somebody wrote to me and they told me about a product that I should look into, and I've never tried it. It's called Maui Babe. It's suntan lotion. I looked it up on Amazon. It looked mildly scary, but it looked the packaging was so scary in some ways, but it was like so scary that you're like, oh, this is like really good. Like this packaging is so hideous that it definitely works amazing. It looks like someone just packaged it in their kitchen, themselves, but it's just this plastic bottle of suntan lotion, but it's this brown. It looks like brown, thick, dark it's a caramel color, and apparently, you put it on your skin. It works really good for fair skin tones. You put it on, you go out in the sun, and you get this beautiful brown color. And people say that this lotion is so moisturizing. When I was reading the reviews, saying it's so moisturizing. And it's weird. It's a weird product, in my opinion, because it's just so dark and thick and rich and brown. But I don't know. People are loving it. Maui Babe, I forget the price. I think maybe it's like $10 or something. And the girl who sent it to me, the woman, I apologize. I'm forgetting who exactly it was, but thank you for sending it. I always love the product recommendations. It's in my Amazon cart. And so next week when I do my Amazon batch order, because that's where I'm at right now in my life, it's going to be delivered to me. Yes. Also in my Amazon batch order is lots of headbands that I don't need. They sell these Amazon sells these fabulous packs of headbands. It's like the velvet headbands with the pearls all over them and the knots on the top. I don't need 13 headbands in all the colors of the rainbow. Roy G. Biv delivered to my door. I'm gonna wear them once, never again. But why not? So I'm gonna order Maui Babe suntan lotion next week. You gotta get your Felci Azura. I'm definitely pronouncing it wrong. God. Not my strong point. Where am I going to be this week? Am I going to be anywhere this week? Thursday night I'm going to be at the comic strip on the Upper East Side. I'm doing a fundraiser with funny people. Janice Masidi, really funny Jewish comic from New York. Ellen Karas is also from New York. She's on the Upper East Side. She calls herself the Greek goddess of comedy. She's very funny. It's going to be me, I think, and a couple of the girls. Oh, and Michael Rappaport is going to be there, who is hilarious. Michael Rappaport, he's been in a ton of movies and TV shows. We're actually friends. He wants me to teach him about cryptocurrency, and I didn't forget about that for you guys either. The markets have collapsed, so, that's been a real treat. Anyway, but that's Thursday night after the comic strips. After that, I'm going to be doing a 10 p.m. spot at Broadway Comedy Club. And then I think on Saturday night, it might be at Governor's. But I will keep you posted on the Elyse DeLucci show, or Elyse DeLucci and Friends, coming soon, September, in Manhattan. If you want me to, and by the way, this is important. If you, I'm redoing my website right now, so it's a complete disaster. And my website is also including a new email list. If you want me to keep you posted on the show, on the date of my show, the Elyse show, send me your email address. You can email me at ElyseDeLucciComedy@gmail.com. ElyseDeLucciComedy@gmail.com. Send me your email. I'll add you to the list. I'm not going to spam you. I'm going to probably have an email sent once a month, once every other month with show dates. That's it. No interest in spamming you because I know how annoying that is. That's that. That is all for the Elyse DeLucci Show, episode 67, baby. I'm always so excited to do this. I'm always so excited to talk to you. Thank you for listening. Please leave a review on Apple Podcasts, and I hope to see you all and meet you all very soon. Things are opening up. Comedy's back, baby, and we're going to hit the road. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.